Former FBI Director James Comey just dropped what looks like a not-so-subtle threat aimed at President Donald Trump. And the internet is buzzing about one word, or rather one number, 8647.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington tonight. As always, thank you for joining us. This is a Fox News alert. Disgraced FBI Director James Comey making a threatening post against Donald Trump tonight as the president is overseas. Fox's Peter Ducey is live from Abu Dhabi with all the details. My goodness, Peter.
And Laura, the real head scratcher about this very serious topic is that James Comey wants us to believe, and we have this photo here, that he saw a cool, these are his words, cool shell formation on my beach walk. And the cool shell formation, according to the person who used to be in charge of the FBI, shows shells in the shape of 8647. 86 is common restaurant lingo, of course, for denying service to somebody. But after about 30 seconds of Googling, you can see that a good chunk of people all around the world also associate 86 with meaning to kill somebody. An old mob saying, basically, you take somebody 8 miles outside of town and then you put them 6 feet in the ground. James Comey, again, a guy who has prosecuted mobsters, apparently had no idea that this was a thing. He deleted the original post with the cool shell formation, and he writes, I posted a picture earlier of some shells I saw today on a beach walk, which I assumed were a political message. I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. It never occurred to me, but I oppose violence of any kind, and I took the post down. That's not enough for Donald Trump Jr. He says, just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered. This is who the Dem media worships. Demented. And Kash Patel, as we were coming to air, the new FBI director, one of Comey's successors, is saying that he is in touch with the Secret Service, and they are going to be sending Secret Service agents to talk to James Comey about what exactly he was getting at. Patel says, we are aware of the recent tweet by former FBI Director James Comey directed at President Trump. We are in communication with the Secret Service and Director Curran. Primary jurisdiction is with the Secret Service on these matters, and we, the FBI, will provide all necessary support. This is, of course, a president who has had 2 assassination attempts on him within the last 365 days.
So let me get this straight. You're walking on the beach. You see seashells arranged perfectly to spell out what looks like a random set of numbers. They're so captivating that you snap a photo and post it online. And as the former FBI director, you're telling us that you had no idea whatsoever what those numbers meant, like at all. This is what CNN had to say.
Ellie, I got to get your take on something that is happening tonight. If people aren't on Twitter, I mean, this is kind of blowing up around the MAGA world, and the president's aides have been posting about this nonstop, even though they're here on the trip. The former FBI director, James Comey, whom Trump fired, posted this and wrote, cool shell formation on my beach walk. When you look at it, it says 8647. He took it down and said he didn't realize that some people associate those numbers 86 with violence. Obviously, 47 is a reference to Trump. But listen to what the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, just to give you a sense of what administration officials are saying, what she just said tonight.
Do you believe Comey should be in jail?
I do. Any other person with the position of influence that he has, people who take very seriously what a guy of his stature, his experience, and what the propaganda media has built him up to be.
I mean, she says he should be behind bars. Kristi Noem, Kash Patel, others are saying that there should be investigations over this. Your legal take, Ellie?
That's ridiculous. I mean, look, I am no fan of Jim Comey's. I've been very critical of a lot of the things he's done. I think posting this was extremely reckless, to use a phrase that he once used, and stupid. He has acknowledged that. He took it down. He said, I should not have posted this. This is not criminal. This is not a criminally chargeable threat against the president. It's political speech. It's way too broad. It's stupid. It's reckless. It's not criminal. That's just hyperbole that you're hearing from the cabinet members there.
See, the far left has lost it. Wishing death on someone just because you disagree with their politics, that's not just unhinged, it's evil. And this is the same party that claims to stand for morals and values. I still remember when Democrats were actually disappointed that the assassination attempt on President Trump didn't succeed. Can you imagine being upset about someone barely escaping with their life? And a lot of conservatives did not favor Biden, but I didn't see people wishing death on him. Like, it's sickening. It's truly disturbing. However, here's what President Trump had to say about Comey's message.
He knew exactly what that meant. A child knows what that meant. If you're the FBI director and you don't know what that meant assassination. And it says it loud and clear. Now, he wasn't very competent, but he was competent enough to know what that meant. And he did it for a reason, and he was hit so hard. Because people like me, and they like what's happening with our country. Our country's become respected again, and all this. And he's calling for the assassination of the president.
Obviously, he apologized and said he
Well, he
wasn't calling
apologized
for
because he was
violence. But
look, he's a very bad.
What do you want to see happen? What do you want to see happen?
I don't want to take a position on it because that's going to be up to Pam and all of the great people. But I will say this: I think it's a terrible thing, and when you add his history to that, if he had a clean history, he doesn't. He's a dirty cop. He's a dirty cop, and if he had a clean history, I could understand if there was a leniency, but I'm going to let them make that decision.
Some argue that Comey was just trolling, being cryptic, or trying to stay relevant. But when a former top intel official posts something like this, I mean, it's fair to ask, is this acceptable political discourse or a veiled threat? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if honest commentary brings you value, please like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.